Well, that's not Nintendo. Hello Internet, and welcome to my new Let's Play of Marvel's Spider-Man. Or as the titles are gonna say, Spider-Man, because I think Marvel's Spider-Man is just kind of a handful, but the game is technically called Marvel's Spider-Man, but even the title screen gets the name right because there's no apostrophe S after the Marvel, so, you know. This game is one of two reasons that I bought a PlayStation 4. The other reason being Spider-Man Miles Morales, I guess, but my main reason was actually Jedi Fallen Order. Either way, this does come from a comic book property, and obviously there are movies based on Spider-Man that are incredible, all of them. But this game has what I feel is one of the best Spider-Man stories that I've ever seen. It's better than the majority of the movies, it's better than any of the comics that I've heard of, but I'm not gonna say I read the comics because I don't. I don't read the comics, even though I probably should have read some in preparation for this. So usually I don't show title screens on games that start with cutscenes. However, this time around, I want to show something related to creating a new game. We're going to be playing on... We'll do friendly. I think I can handle friendly. So this game... I'm going to turn subtitles on right away because that's just decent for a Let's Player to do. This game has some incredible accessibility options. Not anywhere near as good as the sequel Miles Morales gets, mind you. But this is more than most games get. I'm going to disable parallaxing. I'm going to enable a contrasting background for the subtitles. I'm not going to make the subtitles big, but that is an option. I'm going to turn QTE autocomplete on because my reaction times are genuinely terrible, and honestly these QTEs work a lot better as just cutscenes, if you ask me. Change button taps to holds. I'm going to keep that off because I'm just going to be relatively confident in my decisions, hopefully. And if I'm not, then I can be punished for not doing this. Option to skip puzzles. Should I do this for a Let's Play? No. Am I going to do it for a Let's Play? Yeah. I love this as an option. A lot of people are saying that this option existing is a reason why there shouldn't be puzzles in this game at all. I think that's stupid because this is an accessibility option. You have to turn it on yourself. And HUD background. I'll turn that on as well. So yeah. I would just feel dishonest if I didn't show all the accessibility things that I was going to turn on because it was most of them. So, let's begin. Let's play Marvel's Spider-Man.
All units, level 4 mobilization. Location, Fisk Tower.
Fisk?
SWAT is 1084 at Fisk Tower. All units stand by. Warrant is en route.
Isn't that intro great? It gets you right into knowing exactly what you need to know about this Peter Parker. But for the things that weren't spelled out, Peter Parker is 23 in this game. He has been Spider-Man for 8 years. And the swinging in this game is so goddamn good.
Captain Watanabe.
Did you take him down yet?
No, we're at Fisk Tower, but still waiting on the warrant.
Mind if I join in on the fun?
You know how his lawyers are. This one needs to go by the book.
Come on, Yuri. I've been waiting 8 years for this.
You really want to help? Head to Times Square. Sounds like his guys are trying to keep my backup from reaching the scene.
You got it. Almost there.
The navigation in this game just looks fun, doesn't it? There is a skip travel option later on in this game that nobody ever uses. Even speedrunners really only use it once, at least in the run that I watched.
Hello?
Parker, where are you? We must run through the demonstration at least once before the grant committee arrives.
Yes. Sorry. Yes. Dealing with a personal issue. I'll be in soon. Promise. Better wrap this up quick than get to my real job.
Like, there's so much you can do with the swinging even this early in the game. Like, you unlock a lot more that makes the swinging more fun in the future. But we're pretty much already doing great.
Backup! 1032, Times Square. Officers under fire.
Bring in the hammer.
For their hot, fresh cup of bodily harm.
So if you're wondering how I'm going to deal with dialogue in this game, I'm just going to be talking over a lot of it. If it's important, I won't be, obviously, but there's so much in this game because of the nature of Spider-Man. He's a very quippy guy. He makes a lot of bad jokes. He's kind of like me, except he's better at it. So, yeah. This game's combat is very similar to the Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham whatever, Arkham Origin, like the Batman games. Except instead of countering, it's much more focused on evading attacks. So you see those lines above Peter's head whenever the spider sense is going off. I'm going to be calling him Peter even though he's Spider-Man.
This doesn't look good.
He can dodge in all directions pretty much, and we also have web shooters that allow us to web up our enemies. If we hold X, we can uppercut them, and then press X repeatedly for an air combo. On the higher difficulties, you're going to be fighting a lot more in the air than you are on the ground. That's just kind of... It's just, like, easier to not get hit that way. And since this is much more focused on evasion, because Spider-Man can't take many hits, although luckily he doesn't get killed in one hit by a gun like Batman.
Okay, Yuri, all done. What's happening? Yuri? Yuri! I knew Fisk wouldn't go quietly.
Also, I apologize in advance if I don't get any references or things that come from the comics or like a TV show or something. My knowledge of Spider-Man pretty much comes exclusively from the movies, and while I'd say I know the movies decently well, they aren't always super comic accurate.
Get more backup. And lock down the airspace.
Yuri, you okay?
If he makes it out of that building, we're gonna lose him.
I'm gonna go,
Do your thing.
Yes! Today's the day, Willie! Hands up! Hey, where are you going? Catch! I'll clear a path. Follow me!
Get out of here, Spider-Man. We got this!
I don't know what I just did there, but okay. Build focus by attacking enemies. You do more damage when you have more focus. Increase your combo count to gain focus faster and earn bonus focus during air combat.
Sorry to break it to you, but you do not
Another way
got
that the
this,
game
buddy.
encourages you to fight enemies in the air. Again, I'm only playing on the second highest difficulty, so I'm not going to have to be fighting in the air that much. But
I guess this is what they call a hostile workplace.
I mean, the game does encourage you to. Another reason I have the subtitles on, other than, you know, just that being genuinely important for accessibility and, like, you should always have them on if you're making a Let's Play, is because I'm going to be talking over a lot of the really good quips in this game. Also, the game just forced me to take damage there because I didn't take any. You can use focus to heal by pressing down on the D-pad.
Gotta take those shooters
You
out.
can also, like, jump off the railing like a wrestler to attack them. There's so much, like, intricacy to the way that fighting works in this game. You can do so many things that, like, realistically you would never need to. That goes for swinging, too, by the way. It's not just for fighting. It's for the whole Spider-Man situation.
I think that's all of them.
Come on, come on! They shut the elevators down! Take the stairs!
I prefer a more direct approach.
Spider-Man, status.
Heading to the upper floors and hoping nobody turns on the elevators.
Our choppers are taking fire. Looks like Fisk has armed men on every floor.
He's desperate.
And he's hitting us with everything he's got.
I have to find him and end this.
Not yet. We just picked up chatter. They're wiping all their data servers. We need that evidence if we want to put him away for good.
Okay, server room it is. Call from May. Better answer. Hi, Aunt May.
What is all that noise?
Watching a superhero movie. What's up?
I just wanted to make sure we're still on for dinner tomorrow night.
Totally. Listen, I gotta go.
Okay.
Next floor up!
Love you too.
So yeah, Aunt May is still involved too. She's still alive, so she is the old Aunt May, as is traditional, but she's more like a Sally Field Aunt May, where like she's old, but she's not like your grandma old, or not great grandma old, rather. A full focus bar can be used to perform a finisher that instantly knocks out an enemy.
Hold him so we can't jump around.
Of course we got the funny one immediately. Some of them look really cool, some of them look like that. We are not getting
Take a break.
focus super quickly, it looks like.
On to the next one.
But also it seems like it wants to keep our focus bar relatively high here because a finisher is supposed to take up a full bar of focus. I don't know if they just want you to use finishers against all of these enemies or what.
Regret your life choices yet?
Like... Huh. I don't know then. Something weird was going on with the focus bar there. It let me use way too many finishers.
Gotta find that server room before there's no evidence left.
Gotta find the server room. Shadow!
If I go in this way, they'll destroy all the evidence. I should look for a sneaky way in. There we go. Huh. It's like my own private ventrance. Fisk may be a dirty criminal, but he has remarkably clean air vents.
Hurry up. The boss wants everything erased. Can't make it delete any faster.
If you are in a vent, there is almost always an opportunity to do that.
Halfway there. Need another minute or two. Think the cops know where we are? Don't move.
Is this tech support? I forgot my password.
Don't let him near the console!
So as you saw there, I pulled down that ceiling panel and took out 2 enemies just by doing that. Use your environment to your advantage. You can throw things at people, you can get shot multiple times because you're not focusing while trying to use your environment against your enemies. There's a lot to this combat system, and yet it still feels completely seamless at all points. 20 seconds? I'm sure this cutscene won't last longer than that.
Let's see just how good their security is. Aw, you guys forgot the latest kernel patch.
Hiding so. Cowardly. Even for you.
Says the guy frantically erasing his search history.
After all these years, you're still just an ignorant child.
True, but that's part of my charm, isn't it?
Damn you. Get that door down now! Get past it.
So one thing I can say about the early game here is I don't like how often it freezes the game to demand that you try something new. But also, like, a lot of times in games like this, I feel like people just get stuck into doing one specific combo. And it's kind of nice that the game is forcing you to try everything to find the one that you're gonna spam for the entire game.
Been a long, tough road, Fisk. Almost sad to see it end.
Mere prelude.
We'll get ready for the main event. Yuri, an explosion just...
I saw it. Fisk could have the whole place wired. I'm sending in a bomb unit.
I'll make sure no one gets in their way.
I thought I saw enemies down here, but I guess I'm crazy. Maybe they're up here. Nope. Up here then. I know this is where we're supposed to go, but I thought I saw enemies like swarming the floor below this one. Guess I'm going crazy though. So webbing up enemies not only makes it so they can't attack or slows them down if you don't web them up completely, but it also makes them take more damage, I'm pretty sure. Also, did I just see a guy going down the window? Oh, there's multiple. Where are you guys going? What? I know, like, what they're trying to get across here. Like, I know they're... But they're just going below the... They really did not think that one through, did they? Jeez, that looked bad.
It's clear. Move up.
Hey guys, I guess bombs are part of Willie's getaway plan? Sounds like they're trapped.
You go after them. We'll look for the bombs.
Help! Somebody!
Everyone clear out! Evacuate the building!
I want more people back that way.
I'll find them.
Spider-Man! We can't move! We're pinned down!
I'll lift it. When you're free, get out fast. If you can walk, help the injured. Got it?
Go, go, go!
Thank you! He did it! Let's go!
Okay, Willie. Coming your way.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
How we doing, Captain?
Could be better. Our choppers took a beating. We just had to ground our last one. If Fisk calls in a chopper, we have no one to stop it from landing.
And no one to chase him if he flies away.
Why do I get the feeling that's what he was planning all along?
Because he probably was. Damn. Yuri, get EMTs up here, fast!
We're trying.
Well, at least they're trying.
Uh-oh. Incoming!
So if you press the triangle button whenever there's an enemy that's far away, you just zip right to them. That's really where a lot of the flow in the combat system comes from. Also, it says to press circle to dodge rockets, but I just completely avoided it by zipping up here, so it can be used for dodging as well. Although that wasn't technically the same thing that I'm talking about. You can do web zips and you can do like a zip to point thing, which is what this is. They aren't the same because a web zip is a zip to point against a person, and a zip to point is just to a place.
Man, how'd the bomb squad guys get through this?
The bomb squad guys were the Avengers.
Settle down. I've got enough for everybody.
So I'll admit, I didn't actually know who Kingpin was when I first played this game. I have not seen Into the Spider-Verse. That is the one movie that I have not seen myself.
Okay, room is clear. Bomb squad must be somewhere ahead. Hope they're okay.
Anyway, Into the Spider-Verse is the only Marvel property that I would ever probably watch with Kingpin in it, because I don't ever plan on watching Daredevil or Hawkeye. So, yeah. I mean, I'm not reading the comics to find out more about Kingpin, I just know he's a big guy.
You guys alright?
We were just about to call for backup.
I think I'm it.
Lead the way. We'll be right behind you. Heads up, boss.
So you guys were in bed with Fisk all along? Oh no, I'll never get that image out of my head!
True. So you can dodge under enemies with shields in order to launch them into the air and then attack them that way. There will be ways to deal with there will be other ways to deal with shield enemies in the future, but you're gonna have to get used to doing that in the early game. How a shield can survive a kick from Spider-Man, I have no goddamn idea.
Hey Yuri, looks like some of your guys were on Fisk's payroll. Good news is, they were Willie's last line of defense. I'm right outside his office.
Take him down, now.
With pleasure. Writing your memoirs? Don't forget the hyphen between spider and man.
Get the chopper ready. I won't be long. I'm surprised you made it this far. But your foolishness ends now.
You do know I can still see you, right?
8 years of this insolence.
Oh, for me? You shouldn't have!
Okay, so question 1 for Wilson Kingpin Fisk. What was he expecting to do with glass? Did he think that Spider-Man has like a no glass breaking policy? Because he doesn't. Also, the turrets in the pillars.
How is this happening?
What's wrong, Willie? You seem angry.
I will destroy you!
Take your best shot!
Okay, before I was so rudely interrupted, I was saying the turrets and the pillars seem like they would be very bad for the structural integrity of this goddamn building. We can web him up to make it so we can attack him, or we can throw back debris that he throws
You're
up.
out of your depth, boy!
Not this time.
Or we can throw things from around the room at him. There's multiple ways to make him vulnerable.
You are everything that's wrong with this city!
Huh. I was gonna say the same to you.
You know what to do, men!
Surround it!
So now there's just other guys in this fight, which isn't actually a bad thing for us, because now we can just use them to grind up focus, which means we can heal if we need to.
I don't want excuses!
Okay, or he can throw a cinder block at my head.
Myself.
And apparently my focus bar just decided to not have anything in it now. That's great. I love it when the game does that to me. Which is not often, actually. I've never seen that happen before. It's worth noting you don't need full health to use focus to heal, you just won't get as much if it's not full. It scales with however much is actually in the focus bar. So in theory, we could just keep beating these enemies and little by little regain health instead of just waiting to have a full focus bar. I should have thrown that.
You'll die as uselessly as you live!
Take your best shot.
Where are the reinforcements?
I don't know, boss.
So as far as I know, Wilson Fisk, the Kingpin, doesn't have any superpowers. He is just a large man. And yet, we've heard already, as Spider-Man said not this time when he said that Spider-Man is out of his depth, Spider-Man has lost to him before in this universe. So, I guess Wilson Fisk is just kind of a badass. He's something of a Spider-Man himself. Final hit, please? No? Yep? Okay.
So, should we kiss now? Yeah, maybe later. Finally off to Rikers, huh? You know, I think you've got more enemies in there than I do.
If you think this will be more than a minor inconvenience...
Whoop, gotta go. Hey, good luck, Willie. I have a feeling you're gonna need it.
Idiot! I'm the one who kept order in this city! 1 month! In 1 month you'll wish you had me back!
The Kingpin is heading to prison. End of an era. I feel like I should celebrate. Maybe take a vacation.
We are now level 2, which means our health is increased by 10 points, and we can access the skill tree. Skill points are awarded when you gain enough experience points. Press X to continue. Complete missions and defeat enemies to gain XP and earn more skill points. Press X to continue. Okay. So we can pretty much choose right away from either the web throw, which is hold triangle to grab and throw webbed and electrified enemies that can be tossed into other enemies or walls, which is fun. Perfect dodge, which is actually really useful. I think that's why I was having so much trouble building focus, actually. And web slinger, which is hold square while in the air to swing kick enemies and send them flying. I almost said X, but I don't even think that's where the X button is on an Xbox controller. I'm gonna go for... I'm going to start with perfect dodge. I probably should go with web throw, but perfect dodge is just safer, especially since I usually play on the lowest difficulty instead of, friendly instead of friendly neighborhood. This is my first time playing on friendly neighborhood. So in the main menu, we have a lot of different things here. We have our skill tree, obviously. We have a map that is not very effective, honestly. If I can reopen the menu, we have missions, my other job. That's what we're working on now. Benchmarks, these don't matter. These are not relevant to 100%. If you do all of these, goddamn, you are something else. We have a list of characters. This gives us a description of all of them that's written from the point of view of Peter Parker. Just your friendly neighborhood, yada yada yada. Can you believe it's been 8 years since you were bit by that radioactive spider, Peter? No, Peter, I cannot. Feels like just yesterday I was geeking out in the AV club with Harry, dreaming about college and moving to the city. Back then my biggest concern was avoiding Flash Thompson at lunch. Now, well, things have gotten a few clicks more complicated. And it gives a, detailed description of their powers, too. So let's see what Wilson's powers are. Never mind, I guess. Press X to point launch. It's a way to gain speed while swinging. Momentum is very important.
Parker, where are you? The committee will be here soon. We need to run an equipment check.
I'm almost there. Blocks away.
Guess I'll just do it myself.
No, don't. It's not safe. Gotta love Doc's enthusiasm, but sometimes it gets him into trouble. Better get there before he hurts himself.
So as you can see, even though I was about to lose momentum for hitting the ceiling there, I did a quick point launch that gave me back my momentum. It's incredibly important that you keep all momentum while you're in the air in this game, or else you just come to a grinding halt. But that's part of what makes it so fun. You can dive while you're in the air and then swing out of a dive for greater speed because you're like a pendulum. It's just so fun, man. I could spend hours just swinging. And I know that because I have done that, and I probably will during this Let's Play on accident. We're almost there, though. Blocks away. Now we're actually a block away. There we go.
I'm sorry I'm late. You started without me.
The grant committee's director will be here soon. It's fine, Parker. I invented this equipment. I think I can handle it.
Holy shit. I have vibrations on in the controller on accident because the game has them on by default and it's not an accessibility to turn them off. That actually fucking terrified me. I'm sorry for breaking up the flow of the cutscene. Jesus Christ.
Power damper. Oh, man. Maybe we should abort.
Not yet.
Hold on! Dr. Octavius, are you okay?
Another setback. But we're close.
Is anyone hurt?
No, it was all my fault.
The energy levels exceeded our expectations. From a certain viewpoint, that's a very positive development.
It doesn't smell very positive.
I assure you, in the next phase...
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Is there somewhere else we can discuss this?
Maybe you should take the rest of the day off, Peter.
But
we'll talk later.
was a disaster. How could the dampener have failed? I know Doc said take the day off, but I have to figure out what went wrong. Ooh, you are in bad shape, little guy.
We can just do this for the entire game. This is an option. We could just never do anything else.
Let's see what's wrong with you.
But I'd rather see what's going on. Servo control path damage, fail. Connect servo motor, fail. Power voltage control, fail.
Circuit burned out. Damn it. If I had been here to do the pre-check, I would have caught this.
So, this is the puzzles of this game that people are very, very fond of. I'll be honest, like, they're not bad. I'm just not personally a fan of, like, how they break up the flow of the gameplay. Okay, how do I remove this? It's square. Okay. So I will be skipping a lot of puzzles, but at least these first ones I'm going to show.
Okay, need to reroute servo control.
Some circuit pieces only allow connections from specific directions. We already saw that in the last one. Oh, now we're talking about the ones that we're working with. Okay. Easy.
Nice. Okay, what next? And now rebalance the voltage.
Must also meet its charge requirement. Some circuit pieces provide a positive or negative charge. Okay. So this needs to be another +2. Okay. That's not that hard at all, actually. I'm still going to be skipping most of these,
Finished.
but they're not that hard. At least not in the early game. They get harder, don't worry.
Let's see if that worked.
And now we can move the
new.
arm all over the place.
Doc's been testing new materials for the prosthetics. He asked me to review his work if I had time. May as well dig in now.
Oh, audio recorder.
Today's the day. Grant review. We're ready. The work has progressed at a remarkable pace. I honestly never thought we'd get the tensile actuator back to an acceptable tolerance. But Parker, the boy has an eye for guerrilla science like none other. Just as I was ready to order a custom machine replacement part, he returned from the hardware store with a bottle of solvent and a toothbrush. Bang! Actuator problem resolved. The boy is a genius. A chronically late genius. It's already 10 after. Where is he? Surely he couldn't have forgotten today's review.
Sorry I let you down, Doc.
Learn a little bit more about Peter Parker through these little audio recordings around the laboratory.
Peter, thank you again for doing these blind reviews. Peer review is the backbone of great science. You know, as we've prepped for the upcoming fitting, I felt an itch in the back of my brain. Is this really the best method of limb replacement? Silly, I know, but I keep thinking, might there be another way?
I'm going to be looking around the lab for these recordings every time we come in, because there are going to be new ones throughout the game. But for now, those two, as far as I know, are the only ones here.
Doc was testing a new contact material for the prosthetic.
Basically what we're doing is we're just trying to pick fragments that will make this, like, match up with this. This is by far the easiest type of puzzle in this game. It, again, gets more complicated later, and I'm going to be skipping most of them, but it's not that bad. In fact, it's very easy. Hydrogel polymer composite.
Hydrogel polymer composite. Strong, but there's a lot of impedance. Better tell Doc to keep looking for other materials. All right. I should get out of here before I screw things up for Doc even more.
But before that, let's look around a little bit. There's gotta be something to do in here. Well, not in here.
How many lab fires have we seen now, Otto? 3? 4?
That's how you know we're progressing. Out of the ashes of failure, great science is born.
Don't think Dr. Octavius' optimism has ever been shaken.
If you know, you know. But
Lots of late nights in this lab. Glad Doc keeps the snacks stocked up. We should get more of those little cheese squares, though.
one thing that's universally loved about this game is Dr. Octavius. And you'll come to love him the way everyone does if this is going to be your first time experiencing this game.
Love the coffee at work. God bless that grant money.
God bless that grant money for microwave popcorn, butter, and they can't put a brand for the popcorn or the coffee, so there just isn't one. That's great. There's like a lot of references around that you can see just by looking closely at boxes and stuff. I wanted to be known that I'm playing the PS4 version not because of Peter's face, although that is a major reason.
Amazing how quickly the prosthesis has evolved.
Actually, no, that is the reason. I don't know why I said it's not. Because I'm not above buying a new console to make a Let's Play. I could have played the PS5 version, but I cannot stand Peter's face in the remaster.
Our first volunteer subject, Lance Corporal Texidor. Lost his arm overseas and now just wants to hug his daughter again.
That's sweet. So yeah.
You know, just yesterday, we saw an extraordinary reaction cascade in the Limbic Bridge.
We're looking for results, not cascades, Doctor.
And results you'll have. Trust me. Our work grows more promising every day.
That reaction cascade was pretty awesome.
True, it was. I don't know what that means. I'm too dumb for this.
Spider-Man, it's Yuri.
Fisk make it to Rikers yet?
Not Rikers. Our boy qualifies for the VIP treatment. He's in the raft.
Ah, joining Scorpion, Electro, and the rest. Fisk should be honored. That's a steamed company.
Can you swing by the precinct? Got an issue that could benefit from your unique skill set.
For you, Yuri? Anything. I'm on my way.
We'll be doing that next time. Next time on Marvel's Spider-Man. Oh,
like
never mind. This is important.
Episode out. Wonder what my #1 fan thinks about the Fisk takedown.
This is Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, where listeners like you discuss the issues affecting our city with Pulitzer Prize-winning two-time Pulitzer Prize-winning former publisher of the Daily Bugle.
Hey, plug the book.
And as always, if you order Mr. Jameson's book, Spider-Man, Threat or Menace, within 24 hours of our broadcast, you'll get an autographed copy at no extra charge.
No personalizations. Don't ask. Not gonna get it. Welcome to Just the Facts with J. Jonah Jameson, alerting you to the threats you don't even know about. Let's dive right into the calls. Speak.
Okay, so not for nothing. You gotta give Spider-Man respect for taking down Wilson Fisk, right? I mean, one less mob boss is good for everyone.
Is that right? Tell me, are you a police officer? Prosecutor? Maybe an award-winning reporter with decades on the job like me?
No, I'm a plumber.
Oh, good. and fix my toilet and shut up! Let me explain something to you about crime bosses. Soon as one goes down, every punk with a gun, a tracksuit, and a drawer full of gold chains decides he's the next godfather. We're gonna have a gang war in the streets, but does that whip-headed moron give a damn? Of course not. He got on TV. That's what counts.
Yeah, well, I can get copper pipe without paying kickbacks. So until that gang war starts, I'm on the webhead side.
And you'll be singing a different tune when 3 new mobs are lining up to charge you triple for that same pipe. Or just break your legs. Goodbye!
Someday, Jonah, I'm gonna get you to say something nice about me. Someday.
Alright, now next time on Marvel Spider-Man, we're going to be heading to the police department to speak with Yuri Watanabe. Also, J. Jonah Jameson's podcast is one of the best parts of this game, and I'm going to shut up every time I hear it come on. See you guys then.